Well, good midday afternoon to you, one and all. Praying that the sun is shining and that you're having an overwhelmingly enjoyable day. Whether you're at work or whether you're at home, whatever the case may be, we are just grateful to God for another opportunity and privilege for us to be able to come. Was off for a week because of the OBSC Congress of Christian Education, and I'm an hour behind time. We were just a little just wore out, and what we wanted to do was just rest up a little bit after we were done preaching at the Union Church. We went over to Tri C. Our good friend and brother asked us to come and to preach for him yesterday, so we kind of preached back to back. Went out to dinner, came home, found my favorite spot on the floor with my pillow, and was out. So that's kind of what happened, and a little slow moving this morning, but we're it's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Kathy, Doe, Linda, good afternoon, good midday to each and every one of you. Thankful to God for those of you who are coming on with us, and we're just grateful for being here. Okay. Good afternoon, Keisha. How are you, Pastor Jordan? Good to have you with us on today. Waiting for others. Hey, Billy, how you doing, sir? Just waiting for others to come on board and to share with us this afternoon. Carolyn Johnson, hope you are feeling well. Ronnie, bless you. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being with us on this day. Valerie, good midday to you and to all that are here with us. We're going to get started in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, we're just going to plow into the lesson. It's going to be really interesting because there's a couple of questions. Cora, my friend, bless you. You know, I am so proud of Anthony. He's taking real good care of you. And I am grateful to God that he's in your life. You getting ready to make me shout. Okay. Barbara Foots, how you doing? Okay. Thank you for sharing, Cora. I appreciate that. Gladys, how are you? I was getting ready to call you. I didn't see you yesterday. I said, let me get a hold of her and make sure the two of them are doing all right. You keeping Tom out of trouble? I know that is a hard job to do. Okay. Ida, bless your heart. Thank you for being with us. Jaleesa, hello. Pastor Mansell, bless you. Chaplain Hearns, good midday to you. Yes, yeah, yeah. I'm praying for you, Gladys. God knows I go before the my dear Ella May. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Okay. Um, good, good. I'm glad. I just want y'all to pray my strength in the Lord. You know, we had the Congress last week, and even though it was virtual, um, Dr. Shear and I worked together on that, and that was a lot. And there was a lot going on, and then Maria passed, and all of this other stuff, and so then preaching twice. And I'm grateful to God that that Bishop had enough confidence in me to allow me to come to the Tri-C Church and to preach at their 12 o'clock worship service, and then I'm not as young as I used to be, and so I just passed out. That's just kind of how it went. Thea, Stephanie, bless y'all so much. We love you from the depths of our soul. Yeah, I just need a little hookup so that I can get going, and I'll get there. I'm not coming to the church today. I'm just doing. Yeah, it's not like I'm not working, but y'all know. But it's just one of those situations, and we're grateful to God for that. Thank you so much, Miss Nisi. Sylvia Scott, bless you. Thank you, and we're going to get ready because I got two very difficult questions, and I hope y'all don't mind if I'm just kind of leaning back a little bit because I'm. Let me try to change this up a little bit here. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. Please share if you don't mind. And I'm just gonna lay back a little bit. Rhonda, bless you. Okay. I'm really Ida, I'm really good. It's people yeah, you're right. People don't understand what preaching takes out of the preacher, the pastor, and ministering and trying to say hey to folk and all that other kind of stuff. And to do all of that, and then I'm a little drained about oh, I didn't even hook that back up. Lord, have mercy. Thank God that the Wi-Fi automatically connected. Glory to God. Okay. I know, Cora. I know, but Anthony told me, and your daughter messaged me to let me know we'll be back outside Sunday, and then our church picnic is the fourth Sunday, and we're doing what we need to do. Okay, Timothy, how are you? Bless your heart for being here with us. Rhonda, did I say hello? Good to have you with us. Listen, I got two really difficult. Trina, how you feeling? I got two really difficult questions that I'm going to deal with in this text. Okay, I got to do that every now and then, Keisha. I really do. The first question is, do do you really know how much you lose when Satan tricks you? Hmm. Do you really know how much you lose when Satan tricks you? In case you're wondering where we're at, there's two places we're going to be today. Genesis 3, and then we're going to be in Genesis 6 for just a moment. And that's going to be the harder question to ask, but it dropped in my spirit as I was looking over the lesson today. Gaither, how are you? And so, what do you look? And here's the reason why I'm doing it. And I really wanted to move on. I had something else that I was going to move into your new teachings, and the Lord will not release me until I believe He just wants everybody to have a full understanding of the real magnitude and power of satanic influence. Um, Things are crazy now because of satanic influence, and even the people who claim to know who God is are being influenced and controlled by the subtlety of satanic influence. Okay, all right. In the midst of, and if you understand this, if you really understand well, um, what's what in Genesis chapter 3. When you look at Genesis chapter 2, you move into Genesis chapter 3. When you move into this, you see that Adam lost a lot. As a matter of fact, Minister Faye, Adam really lost everything because of the subtlety and the influence of satanic suggestions. They lost a lot. What do you lose when he tricks you? And the only reason that he can trick you is because you've allowed him to speak to you. You've allowed him to share with you in a very deceptive way what God is holding back from you. And because of that, he's able to kind of get a toehold into our lives, not realizing that once the toehold gets in, the door flies wide open. Cecile, how are you? And tell Larry we said hello. Tell Larry I said thank you. He made my day. Okay. And so, in the midst of this, we see that uh, they lost everything when they participated in the fruit. And I needed you to understand the issue was not the fruit, the issue was obedience and disobedience. Okay. And so they did that. Then they tried to hide themselves. They were now consumed with lies. And now not only had they been consumed with lies, they were now producing lies themselves. And okay, I got to, dear. I love you too, LMA. LMA, my baby. So y'all just don't, y'all get over it. Just get over it. Don't get upset. Okay. And so, in the midst of this, in the midst of this, something tragic happened. What happened was Eve, though she did not have any children at that particular time, when the time came for childbirth, she would have been able to have children with no pain whatsoever. And I know, ladies, y'all know more about that than anybody else, but because of the fall, it was crystal clear that from that point forward, that when she had children, the birthing of that child would have excruciating pain. And so there was more to it than just that. And in the midst of that, there was something else that was lost, because when you look at Genesis chapter 3, verses 17 and 18, you find something where God says to him that God cursed the ground. And when he cursed the ground, because you have to understand that, and this is going to really blow y'all out of the way. That's why there's power. The power of life and death is in your tongue. When there was something that Adam and Eve needed, all they had to do was get it or speak it to it or speak it into existence, and it would take place. Well, because they had decided that they were going to do it their way and have things their way, God says, well, your way cannot have my productivity without a cost. And so the ground was cursed, and it says that uh, the day of your life, you will have to till the ground, work the ground. You will have to sweat and toil in order for you to just eat and survive. Where? Before everything. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what life would have been like if Adam had not been seduced by Eve and Eve had not been seduced by the serpent? Can you imagine not only the peace, but the provision? Do you realize that if they had just, chapter 3, in Genesis chapter 3, can you imagine what life would have been like, that you would have never had to want for anything in any way, shape, form, or fashion? And it's all gone because of that, okay? Adam and Eve acted independently of God by eating the fruit. So God said to Adam, since you want to eat independently of me, I'm going to make it hard for you to eat now. You will have to work hard by the sweat of your brow in order for you to eat. And so from this point forward, every luxury, every commodity, everything that God had fed them with, okay? And he fed them abundantly. But now there's no more free. How many things, Lord bless us, how many things have we lost? How much has slipped out of our grasp? How much could we have had if we would have just obeyed? Barbara, how are you? Okay. All the way in Columbus. I'm trying to get you to catch this. Pee Wee, how are you? Glad you're with us on this afternoon. Every time a person comes home tired, weary, whooped, and worn out from going to work, it is because labor is now required for sustenance. Labor is now required for food. Labor is now required for shelter. Labor is now required for you to have any commodities that God gave in the past freely. Woo, gosh. And so, this is what happened. God turned the earth that was created in Satan's domain. Mm. But Satan overturned that by tempting mankind to sin and by bringing the human race and the earth under his dominion. That's why he's the God of this world. God could have wiped out the whole mess in judgment, but he had a better plan, and that's where the shout comes in. He had a better plan. I wish I had somebody that could. He had a better plan. What was the better plan? You're going to see that even in the midst of Adam's fallen state, Adam recognized. Hey, Denise, how are you? Adam recognized that God would not leave us where we are now at. Adam called his wife Eve because she is the mother of all living things. This is a powerful verse that I think many of us need to recognize. I believe that Adam was saying, God, I trust you are going to produce through my wife a seed that will crush Satan's head. Listen. Here's grace. Here's revelation. Adam believed that even in his fallen state, that God would, through the same woman that deception was birthed, deliverance would be birthed. Woo-hoo. Lord, help me to teach this like you gave it to me. And this is a powerful thing that we all need to grasp, is that irregardless of the deception and the seeds of doubt and mistrust that the enemy places in our life, God does not leave us in a deceptive state, but he provides deliverance through the same avenue that was deceived. Oh, that's the shout, because he understood that through Eve's offspring, that one would come to win the battle against the devil and crush him once and for all. That's good news. That's good news. That's good news. And I shout on that because that's good news. But I got another question. And this one's going to be a tough nut to crack. And I know I probably will get haters on top of this one. But my question is, why do some women love no good men? Why do some women love no good men? And I couldn't figure that out to save my soul, because you sit back and you look at all of this, and it's actually found in Genesis chapter 6. Mm, mm, mm. Are y'all with me? It is a good question, isn't it, Stephanie? Why do some women gravitate, cohabitate, and have children by no good men? Well, is that a good one, Keisha? Oh, Jaleesa, get off my page. I love Jesus. In Genesis chapter 6, we find something really strange that happened, and it really opened my understanding as to why this took place. In Genesis chapter 6, there's a unique event, okay? And in the midst of this event, it tells us something. Because Satan recognized, get this, hey, Jasmine, Satan recognized that God was going to provide a redeemer through the seed of Eve. He now was going to replicate his own seed. Everything that Satan does now is an evil replication of that which God has done good. Okay? Are y'all hearing me? Okay? And so what happened is, in Genesis chapter 6, you see the sons of God, which are actually some of the fallen angels, inhabited the earth with ungodly men. And so what happened was, okay, are y'all ready? What they did was they began to cohabitate with human women. Now, what did they do? They started having sexual intercourse with women. And what happened was women started producing a race called Nephilims. Nephilim, Nephilims. These Nephilims were not only giants, but they were wicked. Oh God, can I? And these Nephilims are also the same angels that are found in Jude 6. Now, let me move on. They would not stay within the domain of their own cohabitation. And so they sexually encountered women to have evil, demonically influenced children. Satan was attempting to produce his own offseed. Oh, God. Are y'all with me? And the reason that there is this proclivity in some women to want to cohabit with no good men is because of the influence that Satan has had by commingling fallen man with fallen angels that had sex with women. And because of that, there is this proclivity that exists within fallen mankind, women, mankind, to gravitate to something that's evil. I always couldn't figure it out. Why is it that many women love to hang around thugs and thieves and all the other kind of stuff, and the good guys get pushed off to the side? And I asked some young ladies about that. She said, some of these girls said to me, because they're just not exciting. They're not thrilling. Oh, y'all need, and here's the thing about it is they really don't even know the satanic influence that is taking place because of the subtlety of the enemy to mess people up. And so what they do, they want the demonic thrill. They want the evil. The evil draws them. And the next thing you know, they're having sex with them and they start having children by them. And here's what they fail to understand, because there's no commitment by them to them. That's as far as I'm going. I done ran out of time. I needed to share that little bit with you. I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to complete this, because I need us to understand there's a lot of things we do. We don't know why we do it. We don't know what it is that draws us into doing it, and what we have to come to understand, because you got to remember, when you are catapulted into a higher level of ministry for the Lord, you've got to recognize his tricks, his schemes that he's going to use to try to replicate something evil in the midst of the good that God is doing. I hope that stirred up your curiosity. I hope that kind of made you think about a couple of things. I hope that just kind of made you go, Listen, I love y'all from the depths of my heart. I really, really do. I really, really do. Okay. And so I need to share what happens when the thrill is gone. I'm going to deal with that tomorrow. Listen, y'all have a blessed day in the Lord. May God bless you and may he keep you is our prayer.